To the distinguished gentleman from Illinois, Mr. Dold.
Gentleman from Illinois is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I certainly thank the chairman for his leadership on this. Mr. Speaker, I'm confused. I think my colleagues on the other side of the aisle haven't read what H.R. 8 is. They keep talking about how my colleagues and I are looking to try to raise taxes on a segment of the population. Actually, what this does is it extends current tax rates for everyone, for every single American. I can tell you that there are people all across the country right now that foreclosures are up. They're concerned about how they're sending their kids to school. We've got energy prices that are on the rise. We want to make sure that the government's not taking more from them. I have to tell you that I think that what we're talking about right now is trying to empower the American public. We want to make sure that we have upward mobility. We want to try to create growth in our economy. Mr. Speaker, in 2010, the President of the United States came before the American public and said, our economy is too fragile.
Will the gentleman yield?
I've got a very short period of time. Said our economy is fragile and we should extend these tax rates. That's when the economy was growing at 3.5%, Mr. Speaker. The Commerce Department just came out with statistics say we're growing at 1.5% today. There's no way in the world that we should be taking more out of the pockets of the American public. It's just not feasible. 2/3 of all net new jobs, Mr. Speaker, are created by small businesses. But this isn't just for small businesses. This is for every single American. We're running the experiment today, if you want to talk about higher taxes, more taking, in the state of Illinois. If you want to take a look at what's going on in the state of Illinois, we're dead last, and frankly, in too many categories. We're not creating jobs. Jobs are picking up and they're going to neighboring states. They're leaving because we've decided to take more from hardworking taxpayers in the state of Illinois. Well, frankly, what we want to do is make sure that we extend these for an additional year so that we can have real tax reform. That's what this is about. We want to talk about pro-growth tax policies so we can get the American public back to work. This is about jobs and the economy. Frankly, the good news is, and I tip my hat to my colleagues, because when I talk to my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, they also indicate to me that the number one issue is jobs and the economy. So let's come together.
Another 15 seconds.
Let's come together. Let's not talk about how we want to raise taxes on the middle class, because frankly, that's just inaccurate, not true. We're looking to try to make sure these get extended for an additional year so that we can talk about pro-growth tax reform and get people off of the unemployment lines and back to work. So I do not want, and I applaud you for trying to get up there and try to plead your political point. But frankly, we need to come together. We need to make this happen for the American public.
Expired. Gentleman from Michigan, Mr. Levin.
How much time is left?